Hello, I'd like to share some information with you today in regards to focusing and some useful tips for improving your mental focus. This information is coming from verywellmind.com. The author is Kendra Cherry and it was reviewed by Rachel Goldman. So staying on task can be difficult, but it can be particularly challenging when you're surrounded by constant distractions. In today's world, as we know, we're always kind of connected. There are diversions that are more than likely like a click away for each individual. Even during quiet moments, distractions can literally be at your fingertips, whether that is receiving a notification on your phone and or on your devices. Fortunately, focusing is a lot like a mental muscle, right? You have to practice, build it up, and the more that you practice and build up, the stronger it gets. Improving your mental focus is achievable, and though it doesn't mean that it's always quick and easy. It may take some real effort. You may, find yourself with some changes that may happen during your daily habits that need to be tweaked or can be tweaked. So the first thing is assessing your mental focus. Before you start working toward improving your mental focus, you may want to begin by assessing just how strong your mental focus is at the present moment. And you can do that with a mental health provider, a therapist, counselor, social worker, licensed counselor that can assist and support you through that process. Eliminating distractions. People often underestimate how many distractions prevent them from concentrating at the task at hand, such as intrusions may take place in the form of a radio in the background, an obnoxious kind of noise that you may be hearing. So minimizing the source of the distraction, though, is not always easy as it sounds. Why it may be as simple as turning off the television or the radio. You can't really control the external things that may be taking place. One way to deal with this is to set aside a specific time and place and request to have that as your alone time for that specific period of time. Another alternative is seeking out a calm location where you know you'll be able to work without being disturbed. Not all distractions come from outside sources. There are times that exhaustion, worry, anxiety, poor motivation, other internal disturbances can be particularly difficult to avoid. If you find yourself kind of wandering toward the distraction or those distractive thoughts, try to bring your focus back to the task at hand. Also, limiting your focus. While multitasking may sound like a great idea because you can get a lot done, it turns out that it may not be so helpful. So juggling multiple tasks at once can dramatically cut down on your productivity, which can make it harder to hone in on the details that are indeed important. Like think of your attention as a spotlight. When that spotlight is shined on something in particular or on a particular area, you can see everything pretty clearly. So the things that are around the spotlight, though, are kind of like fuzzy. They're not being the root of the attention. So try to spread that same amount of light across a large dark room. You may instead only get a glimpse of the shadowing outlines opposed to where the spotlight directly hits. Also, part of mental focus is about making the most of resources that you have available to you. Another tip is kind of living in the moment. It's tough to stay mentally focused when you're ruminating about the past, worrying about, future, or tuned out of present moments for some reason. So the notion of being present is also essential for recapturing mental focus. It may take some time, but working on learning to truly live in the moment can be of assistance to you. You cannot change the past. The future has not happened as of yet, but what you can do today can help you avoid or assist you in avoiding repeated past mishaps and pave the future for a successful moving forward. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is a hot topic, still and all. So practicing mindfulness can involve learning how to meditate, but it can also be as simple as trying a quick and easy deep breathing exercise. So a quick tip to regain focus: start by taking several deep breaths while really focusing on each and every breath. When you feel your mind naturally beginning to wander, gently and uncritically, non-judgmentally guide your focus back to the breathing. While this may seem like something that's simple, you might find out that it's actually much more difficult than it appears. Fortunately, though, breathing exercises or activities is something that you can do anywhere and anytime. Eventually, you will find that it may become easier to disengage from intrusive thoughts and return your focus back to where it belongs. Also, taking short breaks. Have you ever tried to focus on the same thing or one particular thing for a long period of time? After a while, your focus starts to break down and it becomes more and more difficult to devote the mutual mental resources on the task. So shifting your attention to something unrelated to the task at hand, even if it's only for a few moments, can be of assistance. These short moments of respite, may mean that you're able to keep your mental focus sharp and your performance high when you really need it. So it is really important to keep practicing these skills. Building your mental focus is not something that will happen overnight. One of the steps is recognize the impact of being distracted and how it can be impacted throughout your life in different ways or show up in different ways. If you're struggling to accomplish your goals, finding yourself sidetracked by unimportant details, it may be of assistance, like I said, to receive support from a mental health provider that can help you through those periods so that you can gain more focus. So I hope that this information was helpful for you today. I hope you enjoy the remainder of your day.